if you want to become extremely successful in business, you obviously have to do a lot of work. And if you want to become successful in business particularly fast, you have to do a bunch of work, in essence, quickly. And to do so, you obviously need to have bigger or more productivity, and you just need to be more efficient in your work. But the thing is, most people just set themselves some random goals with an outcome which are motivating them, and for that reason they aren't actually like productive because they just focus on the goal. They're not really disciplined to do all the work, or maybe they do all the work but it's just extremely painful and they don't really want to do it and would rather want to do something else. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can make your work as enjoyable literally as playing video games, so that you a don't need discipline for working or like forcing yourself to work, and b feel that you're on a lot more of a trajectory towards your actual goal, increasing your productivity and making you also achieve your goals faster because of that productivity. So what you need to do is, instead of setting yourself a goal for example, how much money you make or how many clients you want to have, you need to know what is the specific action to achieve a certain goal. So for example, I could take fitness, because fitness is a game where people are by percentage rather successful than a business, because most people are having like 9 out of 10 of 9 out of 10 businesses fail. In fitness it's almost, I don't know, like 50% of people or something actually, well, maybe not, whatever. In fitness it's way easier for people to succeed, and people find fitness a lot easier to do than business. I think that's something we can all agree on. That's what I actually wanted to mention. I'm sorry for being like totally confused all the time. It's something I gotta fix. When you look at fitness, people don't really have struggles achieving their goals, because most of the time, as soon as they are in for a couple of months, they know that there are certain things that they need to do, and they can track specific numbers to do that, and then they just do it. And then each time they go to the gym, they just want to have like high numbers in terms of their reps or of their weight or something like that. And for that reason, it's not that hard to stay in the fitness game. But to stay in the business game, you need to do the very same thing, because otherwise you just do some random actions and you don't see how they're having an impact on your goal. So what you need to specifically do is take your goal and ask yourself what action will make it completely unreasonable for you to not actually achieve that goal. So for example, when you want to make 10K per month with copywriting, you need to think about, okay, what will make it completely unreasonable to achieve that goal? For example, having 5 or 6 2K per month retainer clients. So that's the first thing. But obviously that's still a goal that doesn't really motivate you, because it's still very intangible in terms of how to actually do that. And usually in copywriting you get your clients through outreach, so you could now come up with a certain number of messages that you have to send to people that will make it unreasonable for you to not get 6 clients. And maybe that's a lot, and this will be very, I don't even know how to call this in English, but it will give you a lot of clarity, and it will also sound pretty painful at the beginning because you know how much you actually have to do to get to that goal. But at least you have clarity and you have exact steps on what you have to do. And when you have the specific number of actions that you need to take, for example in business, but you can really extrapolate this to any goal that you could have anywhere where it's not very clear what action leads to what, you just need to think about what action is actually necessary. And then, for example, when you need to do 10,000 or 1,000 outreaches, you just track how many outreaches you do. And every single day, you can just start, you go on your laptop, PC, whatever, and you start to look for people, and then you do outreach. And then you can track specifically what number you've achieved. And this can be still very painful, because you can realize that you need to do a lot of outreaches to get to somewhere. But in reality, that's really the reason why becoming successful in online business is so valuable in itself. Because if everyone was doing 10K per month, 10K per month would be like 3K per month or 4K per month, and you wouldn't even like have much of financial freedom. So there has to be some reason why a specific outcome is pretty valuable, and that's because it's usually very hard to achieve. And that's something you need to know, because otherwise you're probably having the wrong expectations and you're going to quit at some point anyway. But as soon as you're done with that, you just know, okay, today I did 87 outreaches, and that is 8.7% of 1,000 outreaches that I need to do to get to a certain goal that I want to have. And that obviously depends on the quality of outreach and everything else. I'm not going to go too deep into that topic right now. But if you want to have insane motivation for achieving your goals and for working hard and therefore having a lot of productivity, high productivity, I don't even know how to call that. If you want to have this, you just need to have very, very specific goals, and then you need to track them. And then everything you do all day long is to just work on these goals. Apart from, in my case right now, I'm still recording this YouTube video right now, and YouTube is not my main goal. In case you can't tell, I'm not having crazy thumbnails. I'm not even having like a structure for what I actually say in the video, and I'm speaking like 20 times, and I'm not even able to speak English. But in terms of my main goals right now, I'm like, before I recorded this video, I was just like 5 hours of straight work, going very, very quickly to that goal by just doing the exact activities that have the highest leverage for actually achieving that goal. So that's what you specifically need to do. So I want you right now, when you're watching this video and you didn't click off because it was too boring, I want you to take the specific goal that you have as an outcome first of all, and then you want to think about what do you need to do to get there. Now you should have come up with something, and then you have to think, okay, how much do I need to do from that? Or maybe there are multiple things you have to do, and then you just make a to-do list out of them and list them in the exact order that you need to do them, and then have specific numbers for that. And then every single day you can see, okay, now I'm X, Y, Z numbers or whatever value closer to my goal because I did certain actions. And as soon as you do that and track that, what's tracked is going to be pretty much by nature immediately optimized. So as soon as you track how much you're doing for that goal, you are doing more to actually get to that goal. It's the same thing as tracking your calories. As soon as you just track your calories, you're going to either decrease them because you want to lose weight by nature, by yourself, or you're going to increase them because you want to build muscle or whatever, or you want to become fat. I don't know why, but that is pretty much how you do this. And I want you to do this right now and apply this and just stop working on anything else than your high leverage activities, and do like once per week, do the stuff that is accumulating over time, that is not the highest leverage activities, but that you need to do anyway, which is probably like what's usually distracting you 20 times per day from your goal. So that's how you do it.